CNN has learned that the nation's top intelligence officials provided information to President-elect Donald Trump and to President Barack Obama last week about claims of Russian efforts to compromise President-elect Trump.
Hey, what? You're in my cabinet. It's 25 days left in the Kickstarter, so if you guys haven't made a donation, please make a donation or anything. I think it really comes down to trying to get the word out in terms of having honest reporting, but also reporting from different perspectives. I think a lot of times people are just missing the bigger picture, really. With that said, let's get down to the news. We got the inauguration with Barack dedicating part of his speech to Michelle. I think that's...
Michelle?
He's talking about put your stop sign.
Michelle LaVaughn Robinson, girl of the South Side.
She's like, yay, South Side. Mwah, beautiful.
For the past 25 years, you have not only been my wife and mother of my children, you have been my best friend. You took on a role you didn't ask for. And you made it your own, with grace and with grit and with style and good humor.
Oh, good grief, man. I mean, there's a lot of emotions going down there. And he kind of breaks down a little bit when he's about to cry.
A place that belongs to everybody.
And then she starts to cry. She puts on the stone face. You can see all of that.
And a new generation sets its sights higher because it has you as a role model. So you have made me proud, and you have made the country proud.
More serious news. I don't know if you guys have heard. It looks like there might be some dirt on Trump. Russia might have some dirt on Trump, and that came from a CNN special report.
Multiple U.S. officials with direct knowledge of the briefing tell CNN that classified documents on Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. election presented last week to President Obama and to President-elect Trump included allegations that Russian operatives claimed to have compromising personal and financial information about Mr. Trump.
This information was given to U.S. intelligence officials since last summer, so they've had this information. It's just now getting to the public, which I think is just ironic in terms of what we can do now. But it looks like they were using that information to try to blackmail Trump. And there's a lot of rumors circulating on what that information would actually be. The wildest one that I've heard so far is that it's a sex tape where Trump gets a golden shower. Bizarre.
Nominee for president that year, Richard Nixon, had intervened in the peace talks. He used an intermediary who was involved in the talks to approach them and tell them to pull out and not agree to a deal. Nixon's intermediary was actually caught on tape telling the South Vietnamese ambassador, "Don't end the war. We need the war to keep going through the election." He thought he'd have a better chance of getting elected if the war kept going.
And they oughtn't to be doing this. This is treason. I don't.
The FBI illegally wiretapped the phones of the South Vietnamese ambassador. That's how we knew. It worked. Richard Nixon got elected, barely, in part on the basis of the idea that he was the guy who knew how to end the war, not those dumb Democrats.
But the more realistic ones that I could think of that I've heard, and this one's mostly from Vox, is that, his wealth might not be as much as he says it is. That comes from a lot of speculation around the fact that he won't release his tax returns, which no other presidential nominee or president-elect has ever done in our history. Just like whenever it started, I think it was 40 to 50 years ago, no one else has ever done that. So literally his business ties and how there might be obvious conflicts of interest, and so on and so forth and so forth. So just keep an eye on that. That's pretty much it, what I got on the docket today. I just gotta go, hurry up and get to this interview that I have with Chris Myers. He's a phenomenal actor. He's producing this TV series called Guap, which talks about gentrification in Washington Heights. And that's a huge, huge issue everywhere across this country. His TV series does a really great job of highlighting that, and not in a very preaching to the choir way. It's very subtle, but it's very, delicious, great work. So I'm going to ask him about that and this other company that he has too. I'm Paul Notice. This is my dashiki that I got from Ghana. Evidently, you can go down to Brooklyn and just get a whole bunch of them just like this. Kind of pissed about that fact, but that's fine. That's okay. I'm not a hipster. I'm okay with it. I like the fact that this is spreading throughout the United States. Yeah. I'm Paul Notice. This is the Notice Blog. Thanks for watching. Always question and always explore. See you guys later. Oh, I thought it was filming. It said, no, dude. It says that's supposed to be full. Are you serious? It's supposed to be. Oh, that's messed up. It's not even doing it.